Hi everybody. Today we are going to be smoking some baby back ribs on the new Green Mountain Grill's Jim Bowie pellet grill. It's going to be our first cooking at smoking temperatures. We're going to set it at 225 and we're going to cook these racks of ribs for about 5 hours. We're going to be following the same basic procedures that we've done in some previous videos where we've cooked ribs. The first thing we do after we get these out of the package is to remove the membrane on the back of the ribs. What I like to do is take a spoon or a knife and get that set on top of a bone and then slide it under enough space to creating enough space to get your thumb under there. And once you have that space created, push it through to the other side and just lift up, and you'll be able to pull that membrane off in both directions. And generally, especially when doing baby back ribs, it'll come off in one piece, and it's very simple to do. The next thing that we do is apply a light coat of mustard. Now this mustard is not for flavoring, it's really just to provide the glue, so to speak, that the rub that we're going to be applying next will stick to. I'm going to start by putting the mustard just on the top side of the ribs. And we're going to be using a new rub this go-round made by The Slabs. You can find it at theslabs.com, and it's their Perk Up Your Pork rib rub, and it's excellent. Let me tell you, you should give it a try. We're going to apply the rub liberally to the top of each rack, and we're going to do the same procedure on the underside of the ribs. We're going to turn these over and apply that mustard and then coat them with the rub as well. Once we've got both sides of the ribs rubbed up, we're going to cover it with foil and put it in the refrigerator for anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Is a good amount of time to help that rub soak in and really help flavorize that meat. We've got our pellet grill ready at a temperature of 225 degrees. Now this is the first cook that we've done with ribs on this new grill, so figuring out the best way to situate the ribs, it'll easily accommodate these 3 racks, and I found that really the best way is to kind of place them kind of diagonally across the grate. I considered using a rib rack, but I really wanted to lay them flat and kind of see how even the cooking went across from the front one end of the ribs to the other. Now during the first 3 hours of this cook, I'm going to baste these ribs with a combination of water, some of the rub, about a tablespoon or 2 of the rub, and about a tablespoon of some Head Country basic barbecue sauce or original barbecue sauce. It's a very thin mixture, and it's really intended just to help keep the ribs moist during the cooking process. I've also used spray bottles and sprayed with apple juice, but this kind of is my preferred method. After we hit that 3-hour mark, and it's not exactly 3 hours, it's more really as to where the color is on the ribs. I like to get them to a nice light reddish mahogany color, and then I like to foil them. I'm finding the foiling process, adding a little of that moisture, really helps keep these ribs moist. And while I don't want them to fall off the bone tender, it really does help in the cooking process to make these tender. So after about an hour, hour and 15 minutes on baby back ribs, I will take them back out of the foil and apply the first coating of barbecue sauce. And I mentioned I am using the Head Country basic barbecue sauce. It's my current favorite. I recommend you try it. It is just a really good basic barbecue sauce, not too sweet, not too spicy. It's got just an excellent flavor that when you taste it, it's just a good all-around sauce. I do like to rub a layer of sauce on the ribs right after taking them out of the foil. I'll let them sit in the smoker for about another half an hour. Then I'm going to apply a second coat of sauce finish them up for 15 or 20 minutes after that, and generally, as long as they pass the bend test when we take them out for tenderness, then we'll be good to go. Now for me, the bend test, I'll take the tongs and slide it about halfway up the rack. When I lift them up, they should bend almost, but not quite at a 90-degree angle, and you'll see the top of the ribs give a little bit of cracking. You can see the bend there. That's exactly how I like them. Now that they are ready, we're going to let them cool for just a little bit. And of course, the best part, we are going to slice them and then serve them up. I tell you, these ribs tasted great. They had an excellent amount of smoke flavor, which was something I was kind of worried about on the pellet grill. Not really familiar with the smokiness that it was going to put out, but it was just spot on. Excellent flavor all the way around. Cooked very evenly from one end of the ribs to the other. All in all, I was really impressed, and was an excellent cook. Well, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Check us out at www.smokeandgrill.com. Join our message boards. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. If you liked the video, press like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.